Hey guys, Rocky here again. Just wanted to come downstairs into what we call our music room or party room and give you guys a little bit of a walkthrough or demonstration of what this is all about. When we first moved in here, this room was empty, obviously. The house was empty, but the guy who had this house before actually did use this as a music room. And all along the bottom wall, all along the bottom section of the wall below the ledge, all the way across, these three walls right here, he had these guitar mounts like this. This is mine, my very own, but he had his own. He had them on the bottom section of the wall. He had them spaced out probably about maybe 2 feet apart. So when we first viewed the house, all of his stuff was out, but he hadn't moved out yet and we hadn't bought the place. So all of those were still on the wall. I actually saw those. They were on the wall. And after I moved in, I asked one of the neighbors next door that was here had been living next door for a while and knew the guy, if he played guitar or whatever. And he said, yeah, he played guitar and stuff. He said that he had actually had a guitar or something hanging on every single one of those that he had in there. So he must have had probably, wow, I would say, he must have had 30 guitars in here or more, maybe even more. I didn't see them, but I heard that he had his collection was full and that he knew how to play a little bit. So when I saw that, the first thing that crossed my mind is, yeah, when we move in here, if we buy the place, this will become the music room. This will be the room where we'll put all of our guitars and stuff. And that's exactly what we did. So we've got, hang this guy back up here. Put that back there. Okay. So yeah, so I got a few of my own guitars here. I got a few guitars that Greg wanted me to store here. Greg is my son, and he doesn't have a whole lot of space where he is, so he figured he'd get some of his stuff out of the way by, giving it to me and letting me store it here for him, which I didn't mind. It helped to finish up the room a little bit, give us, enough stuff in here that the room didn't look bare. I think I had enough stuff without his, but nevertheless, it's welcome. It's a welcome thing to have as much equipment in here as possible, even if it's not mine. So I think I might have mentioned this once before, but I'll just go through it again real quick. We got a bunch of cases laying around. Of course, every one of these cases does have a guitar. I just took my guitar out of here, but that's my Les Paul, Gibson Les Paul. That's this guy right over here. Put it back here a little bit so we get some light on her, so you get a better look at it. That's the Gibson Les Paul, and I'll just lay it here so that it looks different depending on how the light hits it, so I just kind of want to lay it down here to show you guys, give you a better idea what the finish is like on it. They call that fire something, I'm not sure what. To me it looks like, some kind of tiger stripe or whatever, but it's actually some kind of fire something. It's called fire finish, I forget exactly what. But it's maple top on it. It's got several layers of lacquer on it, lots of fingerprints obviously, as you can see. It's all stock, that's the way I bought it, I didn't change anything on it. That's exactly the way it came. I got a little discount on it because it had a little nick in the back. It was on the shelf for a little over a year. I think they said it was a 2013 or 2012 model, I think it was. And I bought it, I think, in 2013. And they knocked $800 off. It had a little nick in the back. But I mean, the guitar, even after knocking $800 off, it was still, that's a $3,500 guitar, all in all, without an amp or anything, just guitar by itself. So it's a pretty high quality Gibson Les Paul. It's just standard, it's not a custom. So you can see it's Les Paul standard Gibson. And right around the same time that I got that, or just, I think it was just shortly after, I don't think it was the same day, but I think it was shortly after. I already had a Spider amp, nice amp, got a lot of features to it, but it's a smaller amp. One single speaker. So I figured, get the Les Paul. When I was looking around afterwards and I saw the nice Marshall heads there and the cabinets, and I thought, it'd be nice to have something like that. Had the money at the time. So this was all through the same outlet I bought this stuff from. I bought this at the same place I bought the Gibson Les Paul.